Hey everybody, hope you all doing good today. Just wanted to take a second today to do my video on how to properly rig a hook in your soft plastics, which sounds simple, sounds like bass fishing 101, but to me there's a lot of technicalities to it that make a lot of difference, and all anglers make mistakes doing it sometimes. It doesn't matter what your skill level. And in the future, I'm going to do quite a few more videos on soft plastics because there's a lot of variables to it. You know, how to choose the proper soft plastic, colors, weights, line, hook sets, all that type of stuff. But in today's segment, I basically just wanted to talk about how to rig the hook correctly in your soft plastics. And there's a lot of different schools of thought on this, but I want to share you what works for me and what I found that works for me pretty good through decades of experience with it. And you know, basically you have two different types of hooks. You got your EWG hook, which is very popular among a lot of anglers, and you've got your straight shank hooks. I use both, and I've had success with both, and I've had problems with both at times. But overall, unless I'm fishing a bait like say a Zoom centipede, some small type bait like that, maybe a 4-inch soft stick bait, some type of small worm, where I do use an EWG, most of the time I'm using a straight shank hook. Now, these straight shanks, they come in a lot of different varieties, everything from flipping all the way down to light wire and everything in between, medium worm hooks, whatever. So, and that's another topic that we'll talk about, is choosing the right hook. But what I want to do today is to teach you how to correctly rig this, because a lot of anglers make mistakes when rigging this particular hook, and it causes them to lose a lot of fish. And for the most part, this is how most anglers rig it. They come in about like that with it, come through the bait, and bring it straight back in like this. This is how I see a lot of people rigging it. Baits, the hook has been buried straight in the worm. You know, you come through, and many times, you know, you got that hook eye and even the knot sticking above it. And this is not how you want to rig it right here, because there's a couple of different things. You're gonna lose a lot of fish by rigging it like this and not get as many strikes with this visual element right here. Here's the correct way to rig this particular bait. What you want to make sure is when you come through, this is a Zoom Zinky, so, but anything, it'll work on any particular soft plastic you choose, but give yourself plenty of room when you come through. I like to come through like, you know, probably in half an inch or so. And the reason I do this is when you come through quite a bit like that, you can bring the bait all the way through, and you can bury the eye of that hook and the knot in your worm. Come through to where you got your barb there. So you've got it like this. And now the advantage to this is that slip sinker lays flat against that bait, and if you have that knot and that hook eye above there, it sort of lays at a cockeyed crooked angle. So initially start at that. Now secondly, there's two different ways to insert the point back into the soft plastic, and 90% of the time I skin hook it. And what I mean by this is I come through usually the one side, just barely in it like that. You can see I'm sort of just barely in the side like that. And what this does is when that fish bites it, it just breaks free, comes through there real easy, and you don't have near the plastic penetrate. And if you come straight through the middle of it, you're going to lose a lot of fish by having to penetrate that plastic. Now, if I'm using a creature type bait, something like a Zoom Z Hog, something flat like that, which you can't really hook them on the side like that. So what I do with that is I come all the way through the middle, bring the hook completely through like that, and then just turn it around and skin hook the point of it back in the soft plastic. So you've already got a channel for the hook, and when that fish bites it, it breaks free really easy like that, and you can land a lot more fish with that. So anyway, that's two simple things to remember, and I promise you it will add up to landing more fish when you get bites on your soft plastics. So I appreciate y'all tuning in, and I'll be back in the future with more soft plastic videos. And feel free to, on my YouTube channel, to send me any tips that you'd like to hear me discuss, and I'd be glad to do it for y'all. So have a good day. Hope y'all see y'all later.